This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 378, Simple Delegation, 6 Signs It's Time to Hire a Personal Assistant, by Laura Stack of theproductivitypro.com. And I'm Dan, I am your host here. Welcome back to Optimal Startup Daily, or welcome for the first time if you're new here. This is where I read to you from some of the best blogs on entrepreneurship every single day, including weekends and holidays. And now let's get right to it as we start optimizing your life. Simple Delegation, 6 Signs It's Time to Hire a Personal Assistant, by Laura Stack of theproductivitypro.com. Quote, "No one is more cherished in this world than someone who lightens the burden of another." Joseph Addison, 18th century British writer and politician. You probably work too hard. Most people in my audiences do and have for many years. We know that working long hours every day is unhealthy and unproductive. We know we should delegate more, but don't. We know other people are perfectly capable of lightening some of our load, but we don't let them. We have more money than time, but we're not willing to part with some of it to buy some time. Yes, money does buy time. If you have more money to spare than time, why not hire a personal assistant? You don't need that person to deliver the perfect latte to you twice a day or help you on with your coat. Real personal assistants complete necessary work that must be done, but isn't a high-value task for you. You can give low-value but needed tasks to someone trustworthy who can do it just as well for less money, so you can focus on more important activities, even if it's just spending more time with your loved ones. Unless you're a senior-level leader, you probably don't get your own personal assistant at work. However, you can hire someone to help you in your non-professional life, and it's no holds barred if you're the boss. Services like TaskRabbit and Upwork.com. How will you know it's time to hire an assistant? Look for these 6 signs. 1. You're drowning in the mundane. Minutia threatens to overwhelm you. Paperwork is killing you. Rather than focusing on the big picture, you end up making your own copies, running back and forth to the printer, delivering paperwork, fixing the copier, attending peripheral meetings, conducting your own research, completing forms, processing email, yada yada yada. An assistant is capable of doing these things, so you can spend time on things you are uniquely able to do. 2. There's never enough time in the day, no matter how long you work. We all know the 40-hour week died long ago in the modern office. It's not unreasonable to work 50-hour weeks, but much longer is pushing it, since repetitive 11-hour-plus days significantly increase the risk of cardiac events. Much longer, and you court bad health and exhaustion. If you're working that hard, you've failed at to-do list triage. Stop for a while, figure it out, and hire a helper to take some tasks off your list. 3. You keep trying to do it all yourself. Big red flag here. Clearly you don't really understand delegation, or worse, you're a micromanager. Ask other people in similar roles how they work with their team members and the type of work they delegate. Then find someone who can help you with the important but ordinary things while you do the important but profitable ones. 4. Things fall through the cracks. No matter what you do, you lose track of items, including important ones like agreements, contracts, and follow-up emails. You're forgetting to pay suppliers, missing opportunities, regularly hitting deadlines on a just-in-time basis, or worst of all, missing some deadlines altogether. Find someone to keep you organized. 5. It's obvious hiring an assistant will move your business forward. If you can't scale up your business, you can't grow. Once you realize this at a gut level, it becomes clear you need someone who can do most of the same things as you, so you can push that work to them. They can handle the mundane while you invent, design, and network. This applies not just to assistants, but to employees in general. Matt Lloyd, founder of business education firm Moby Inc., loved closing phone sales as a solopreneur, and he was great at it. But he knew he'd never exceed about $20,000 in sales per month, even working 16-hour days, unless he hired an experienced phone sales assistant. He expected the brief dip in phone sales as the new employee settled in, but because he could now do other things with his time, Moby soon broke the $80,000 a month barrier. 6. What's me time? Even if hiring a personal assistant means finding someone to clean your house for you, do it so you can unwind when you head home. There's no better way than to spend quality time with yourself, your friends, and your family. You aren't a robot or wage slave. Find someone to take some of the pressure off somewhere before you blow up. Take a load off. Of course you want to impress your execs with your willingness to work hard, or keep up the grind until your startup takes off. But working yourself into poor health or depression isn't the way to do it. Find people to help you. Not only will your productivity improve, you'll provide work to someone who needs it. You just listened to the post titled Simple Delegation: 6 Signs It's Time to Hire a Personal Assistant by Laura Stack of theproductivitypro.com. And thanks to Laura Stack, the Productivity Pro, she is an award-winning keynote speaker and best-selling author of 8 books. Her engaging personality, combined with over 25 years of experience helping organizations achieve results, have made her one of the most sought-after experts and keynote speakers in her field. Now, if you're a regular listener of Optimal Living Daily, you know that we feature her work frequently on that show since it covers productivity, so you can hear more over there as well. Just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this show to find it. And Laura has been featured in the New York Times, USA Today, the Wall Street Journal, Entrepreneur, and Forbes magazine, and has been a spokesperson for Microsoft, Danone, 3M, Office Depot, Xerox, and more. There's so much to learn from her, so come by theproductivitypro.com for a lot more. She's got her videos, books, store, newsletter, and blog all right there for you. Again, that's theproductivitypro.com, and thanks so much to Laura for letting us share her work. But that should do it for today. Hope you are having a terrific one, and I'll be here again reading to you tomorrow, and that's where your optimal life awaits.